The opinions of this podcast are solely those of the creators and do not reflect the opinions of the filmmakers involved. If you are of legal drinking age, feel free to have a drink with us, but please do drink responsibly. You're listening to Cole-astic Cinema.
I've abandoned my child! I've abandoned my boy!
That's my son! This is my boy! My boy!
Look how they massacred my boy.
With your hosts, Fabian Salazar. Oh, it's a fucking shark over there. And Cole Butterfield,
I don't want to go to a place and have to worry about getting fucking et.
where we talk about movies.
Most of the time.
Probably 17, 18 years old, still look like they're 45.
Yeah, and people who are 45 look like they're 70.
Yeah. So come along for a ride and have fun.
There we go. Yeah.
Hang on. No, wait, don't do it. No,
Yep.
not again. I'm too
Right,
soon.
Oh,
Oh, God.
that's the stuff.
Fuck. Oh.
Oh, I need my inhaler. Fuck. Do you
No, I'll totally call you tomorrow.
You gotta tell.
Ah. All right, welcome to Cole-astic Cinema.
Gross.
Oh yeah, we're gonna throw another surprise, another left field curveball, whatever baseball reference you want to use.
Sucker kick to the suplex. The curveball.
Whichever
Twist.
twist. And we're watching another unplanned movie.
Yes. And
That's what we're doing.
Keep it short.
And today we are watching, in honor of Shark Week, we are watching Jaws.
Shark Week. Jaws.
Jaws. We figured we'd spoil you guys with two good movies in a row. One and a half, one and three quarters of a good movie.
One and a half.
We'll spoil you guys with a good movie earlier,
Yeah.
rather than later. But we're going to be watching Jaws. Jaws was made in 1975. It was directed by Steven Spielberg, written by Peter Benchley, or the book was written by Peter Benchley, and the screenplay was adapted by Peter Benchley and Carl Gottlieb. It stars Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss, and Lorian Gary. This movie was filmed in mostly Massachusetts and parts of Australia.
Oh,
Yeah. Shout out to the Aussies.
well, Australia.
This movie was made for $7 million and made back $477 million.
That still blows my fucking mind.
Yeah, this movie fucking blew up, and it was insane for its run in the box office. It shows too. It's an absolute masterpiece of filmmaking and acting, and just is up there in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. So let's keep going with what your expectations, because I can just go off about this movie.
I mean, okay, let's address the elephant in the room. This is a movie that I have not seen.
Yep.
And yes, take a moment, pause, sip a bit of your beer, and ask yourself, or ask me through this, how have I not seen Jaws? All right, guys, we have a whole drinking game behind this where I mentioned certain things, all right? Small town, Mormon, didn't have access to movies. This is how I didn't see it. And then I didn't have a chance to see it afterwards because I just work all the time. I don't do much. So my expectations, I expect to be titillated by John Williams, because this is like early John Williams when he's, very tittillating before some things get a little semi-repetitive. Like you kind of...
Yeah, this was before Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh, my God. What a thought. Ooh. Pre-Star Wars. Still, though. Yeah, no, I expect that. Man, I really don't know what to expect from this movie. I remember people being scared by it. I know my mom's cousins were scared to go into the ocean afterwards, and she just jumped right in while pregnant with me because she's fucking insane. So, like, I don't think I'm going to be scared. This is a 70s, like, what is this classified under? Horror?
Monster movie.
Monster movie? Just monster movie? I mean, it was the world's first blockbuster. That's how I got that term, because $400 million fucking dollars. So honestly, it's got a lot to live up to. Honestly, in my opinion, I'm like, all right, let's see what all the fucking hype is about. Or, God, what's that? 80 years later? No, 5 years later, 50 years later.
Yeah, and this movie. So I'm not sure if it was the movie or the book, but it was one of the two. incited like the hunting of great white sharks, to where they hunted great white sharks to near extinction because people were so afraid of sharks because of either the book or the movie. I'm not sure. They probably both played.
They probably
a hand
both
in
didn't
it.
really help.
Yeah. But yeah, it's set off the coast of the Jersey Shore. So you can imagine the people being like, "Oh, it's a fucking shark over there.
Fucking GTL and sharks.
Oh, he's trying to get up on my steroids and my muscles.
My gabagool, my gabagool.
Oh.
Oh.
Anyway, so yeah, yeah.
So it's set in New Jersey, but was filmed in Massachusetts and Australia places. Okay, I know that. Man, what do I know about this? I always want to. I don't know anything about this movie, other than the quote that's always gotten wrong. Like, you're gonna need a bigger boat. Not
No,
we're gonna need a
we're
bigger
going to
boat.
need a bigger boat.
Oh, is it weird?
We're.
It's not one of those ones where it gets fucked up.
No,
It's like,
it's-
no, I'm your father versus Luke, I am your father.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
All right, I don't know.
Or is it we're, or is it you're going to need?
So I thought it was you're gonna need a bigger boat, but everyone says we're gonna need a bigger boat.
Good question. I guess that's a post
Post
episode,
Malone.
post watching. We're going to need a bigger. It's like both.
Yeah,
It kind of
but-
says it both. It's like we're
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
gonna. Well, he does have a cigarette in his mouth. Too.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Gonna need you are gonna need a bigger boat. So we'll let you know what the quote is exactly after. We got to look up
We do.
we got to look up scripts for the post
Yeah.
post ad read.
Yeah.
So do you want to do that while I'm kind of talking for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so first time I watched Jaws, I was probably 7-8 years old. I thought it was a really, really fun, dumb movie. I wasn't really scared by it. I was more just intrigued and having fun. It got me more invested in the storytelling of horror movies, because of if it's good storytelling and everything, you want to be invested in the characters, you want to be invested in how they survive until the end. You don't want to you're not just, it's not just built off of scares. You have to be invested in your characters as well, in my opinion, at least. There's also a very big point between. Oh no, I can't do that until after, because I'm gonna ruin it for you. Damn it! There's so many things I want to talk about that come after. I'll just say there's several differences from the book versus the movie that we'll touch on after the break. What can I talk about though? Let's see. We already talked about the great white extinction, or not extinction, but hunting. But luckily, great white numbers are in the rise. They are in the rise. So that's good.
I don't even know what to stop at, man. Don't know. Who are these people?
Oh, okay. I guess you let me look through.
Okay, everybody. So here's the thing: sharks. Y'all got to calm down with sharks. They're okay. I don't know if you need a whole fucking week. Like, how can you have repeated weeks about fucking sharks? And how do we not already know everything about fucking sharks with so much dedicated weeks to Shark Weeks? I mean, yeah, I guess they're kind of cool. We got soulless eyes and rows of teeth.
They got soulless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes.
Yeah. Skin's really rough. They can't stop them, can't stop that. It's constantly keep moving, which that's dumb.
Ooh.
They're kind of like, megalodons, pretty much just like they're exactly what they used to be way long ago, but just smaller.
All right. I've got a good one for us. All right, I've got it.
Cool, because I was running out of shark shit, man. Like,
all right.
As a kid, I was more into like fucking stingrays and orcas and shit. Like, I thought orcas were cool. as hell.
Okay. So there's a fun point. I brought up the movie Orca, but Orca was made in 1977. I thought that Orca was made before Jaws, and that's what inspired them to name the boat in Jaws Orca. After that movie, but it was made after Jaws, which they're very similar movies, but I'd say Orca is way more sad. Jaws is a lot more upbeat and campy. So if you're feeling your killer shark movie isn't sad enough and you feel like you want to cry watching a movie like this, watch Orca. And I will assure you, like, Orca's the sad version of this movie. But Jaws is very, very fun. Let's see. Ooh, okay. So there's one bit of behind the scenes trivia that everyone always talks about in this movie. There's a scene when the boat, when our three protagonists are on the water hunting the shark. There's an exterior shot of the orca boat, and there's a shooting star that shoots across the screen, and it's a natural shooting star that Spielberg accidentally caught on film, where it's like, oh, cool, we got that on film. And that's why in every Steven Spielberg movie, there's a shooting star at some point in the movie because of Jaws. If you go back and watch any Steven Spielberg movie, there's a shot of a shooting star in the background somewhere. And that's because he actually caught one on film in this movie.
I didn't know that. I thought the common trivia was like, oh, like the shark's named Bruce after his lawyer.
No. Well, other common trivia is the shark never worked.
Yeah, shark never worked.
The shark kind of worked a little bit, but mostly never worked, but also created an entire horror movie trope of what you don't see is scarier than what you do see, and that made the movie so much better than it has any right to be, because they wanted to use the animatronic shark more throughout it, and it just didn't work. So
you'd have to wait until fucking Jurassic Park to have some boss ass fucking animatronics.
So they filmed it without the shark, and it made the movie just so much better for it. And that's a fun accidental little bit of
a whole bunch of fucking accidents and
movie
unintentional shit happening, and you get a $400 million movie.
Okay. Let's see, where are we at? Where are we sitting at? I think we keep this preamble nice and short, because I feel because there's so much shit I want to talk about in this movie that just that's way more post than it is
It'll
pre.
all go over my head.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right. So let us know what you think if you've seen Jaws, which you probably have, but if you haven't,
how have you not seen Jaws?
How have you not seen Jaws, Cole? Let us know what you think about Jaws. If it's the first time you ever watched it, if it scared you, if it didn't scare you.
I know there's some of you who haven't seen it. Fucking rally behind me, guys. I know I'm not the only one. All right.
Just let us know, and if you whether or not you have or haven't. But anyway, that's gonna bring us to today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is Hopkins Brewing Company. This podcast is brought to you by Hopkins Brewing Company, a low-key brick-line brew pub with great brew, great friends, and great food.
Righty then.
Today I had the friendly
introduction. Pale
ale. Yeah.
It is exactly what it is.
It's just a friendly introduction. It's a nice light. It's like if a beer could give you a handshake. It's just so welcoming, so light, just so perfect for what you want for a beer to be. Drink it at any time during the year. This beer is always around in Hopkins. So go try it out. Yeah. Cole, what did you drink?
I also had the friendly introduction, and I like what they did with it this time around. They had some, from what I was reading, some late addition of adding like hops and stuff at the end, which is why it's so much more tropical and sweet as opposed to having like a hoppy or bitterness behind it. That's what I really like about this iteration of it.
I noticed that as well.
Yeah,
it was a lot more light. It wasn't as harsh on the hops.
Yeah, because like I like what they do with it is they will adjust it for the season, but it's still relatively the same beer, just some slight like alterations. It really is a friendly introduction to all the beers at Hopkins. That's like, even though it's not Chad's first beer that he started brewing, it's just like. It's just the common
main staple.
It's a staple there. It's always in rotation. It's always on. I like it a lot. It's a really good, fun beer, and you can just sit there and drink it and drink it and drink it. Listen to some fucking live music. Eat some amazing goddamn burgers prepped by the just most attractive and hirsute behemoth of a man. God, someday I'll tell him how I feel about him.
He's not as attractive as he thinks he is, and
yeah, of course you're not going to let that go.
All right, that's going to bring us to our script reading. We are going to be doing a reading from Jaws. I'm going to be Quint.
No idea who that is.
And you're going to be Hooper. All right, we're going to start from this. Okay. Gross called my ass a baby dogfish in a laboratory. See this thumb? Quint flaunts his thumb, a checkerboard of scar tissue.
You've got the monopoly, huh? Yeah.
Hooper rolls up his trouser leg, boasting a crescent scar on his calf.
Look at this one.
Beauty mark. Quint starts to pull up his own pant leg.
That bull shark escaped me. I was down getting samples in the... Ow. You're gonna fucking bed down, like a fucking shark does.
Right here.
Oh, fucking Christ, man. This script is so askew.
Yeah.
Oh, 8 foot more ale. Right through this suit, buddy.
You're all in one piece, ain't ya? Yeah, me lovely.
Mono leg. Where's it from?
Tilly Schwab, Newark, New Jersey.
Oh, I know Tilly. Fucking could suck a baseball through a straw. All right. You want to play dirty? Oh, wait. What is he doing? Standing in line for The Exorcist. Oh, nice. Nice little callback. Fuck yeah.
I got a toe that'll wipe the floor with you. Hooper, laughing, undoes his belt.
What? You got a what?
Something catches his eye, sobers him. He's up again.
Oh, you're talking about your cock, aren't you? Come on now. Put her away, Quint. Oh, Quint, what are you doing? We're just comparing scars like a sailor. Quint, put it away. No, Quint, stop getting close. Damn it, Quint.
Very handy light, I'll say that.
Oh, let's move in on him.
Not till I can see him good. Even the one'll keep him pulling him up. I'm switching between, like, Australian and sea captain. I'm trying to do sea captain, but your fucking British accent is fucking me up. All right, back to sea captain. Even the one'll keep him pulling him up. But he'll need 3, maybe 4. Most I've ever used was 2. Bastard run me halfway through Liverpool.
You kill him?
Always do, once I stick a barrel on him. No more injections. Jaws 2 foot wide, real prestige item.
How'd you get that one?
Down again.
Oh, the scar on your arm.
Had a tattoo there.
Changed mind about somebody.
It said, the USS Indianapolis.
I know her too.
Guess you experts know about that.
I just said that. You're not even fucking listening to me, Quint. Put it away, Quint! Put it away! Your Honour. June 45.
Honor and torpedoed rode off for her. Into the drink with 900 other clowns. Started with 900 anyway. Floating in the big warm Pacific. Must have been like a dinner bell in there. Explosions and half the guys bleeding. Soon as the sharks came homing in on us, we went by the manual, of course. Kept trying to float in groups, doing what it said, splashing at 'em, yelling at 'em, hitting 'em on the nose. They won't bother you, all that. They tore apart about 100 of 'em men the first night. And pretty soon, when they stepped it up, and you'd feel 'em bump you. And guys get pulled down a couple of yards. And it got to 2 days and 3, well, some fellas couldn't take it. Just peeled off their life jackets, got it over. We were in the water about 110 hours. Sharks average 6 men an hour. They're all experts.
Well, Jesus, Quint. I mean, you can't blame. I mean, I've seen that porno too. It was a hell of a fucking thing.
Dude, the actual line reading in that is so much better than what they wrote. Holy shit. Like, it's good. That's good. But the actual line, like, the actual scene in that is so much better than what is written. Holy shit. Okay, that's a fun look at the script. I like that a lot. The dichotomy of the actual movie. And if you have seen the actual movie, you know what scene we were talking about. And if you haven't, go watch it. It is a very, very fun, intense scene between 3 mastercraft actors: Roy Scheider, Richard Dreyfuss, and Robert Shaw. Okay,
and there's what we did.
And that's what we did. We are gonna go watch Jaws now, and we will come back and let you know that it's a great movie. And if Cole says it's not, I will kick him on the balls on microphone.
Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I wanna go to bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago, and it's got right to my head.
All right, I gotta put my headphones on.
Yeah. Club Tales. Woo!
So that was Jaws.
Dun,
Dun, dun, dun. That
was awesome.
Yeah.
I was expecting, like, I'll be honest, part of me is expecting to be a little bit bored because of how long it's been, but no, that was...
No, it's very tight, very focused. Like, yeah, there's no parts that aren't essential to the story.
Yeah, no, at all. Yeah, no, which is it's fucking
like
awesome, well shot.
Even
like,
the little part with Brody just dwelling in his own shit and his son like mocking him.
Yeah,
just doing his thing, his little 5-year-old son, like just copying and mimicking him. Mm-hmm. Like that part is so essential because he wants to make sure the beaches are safe for his kids because of how much they love being on the beach, and it's so personal to him also. Yeah. Like every single scene in this movie is essential to its storytelling. There's nothing that shouldn't have been left out.
Yeah, no, that fucking solid, dude. I mean, man, I don't even have many notes because I mostly just fucking watched and enjoyed it. And was mildly annoyed by most every human fucking character that fucking existed, and I wanted them all to die.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
with the exception of our 3 main guys, but like other than that, like anyone else that showed up, I'm like, I want you.
The mayor, yes. The mom, the mom of the kid that died. Sure. Well, I don't want her to die.
But like pretty much all the dudes that are like, oh, we're gonna kill a shark.
Oh yeah. Just like, the gen pop, like, oh, let's go kill.
I'm gonna come with this dynamite in my little fucking.
There's a reward. Let's take our little pontoon out and try and go kill.
Pontoon with some dynamite. Hey, we're gonna like put 7 people onto this like 3-person boat. And then just try shooting at it and throw it. Like, fucking, I hope you all. What?
Yeah, and even Hooper's like, they're all gonna die.
Yeah, it's like, I agree with you, sir. I want them. I need them all to die. They're fucking dumb, and the fact that they even get away with killing a shark and no one dies is upsetting.
Yeah. But yeah, what do you got for notes? Because I didn't take any notes because I've seen this is probably like the 100th time I've seen this movie.
I mean, my notes are fairly sparse because this isn't an incredibly stupid movie where I take multiple pages of notes. I just got the 2. But first of all, just obviously the classic like opening score, like John Williams is a goddamn genius.
And the underwater just track and everything, beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh man, like just that immediately just hooks you, chills. You're like, oh okay, like. Okay, like I'm getting ready for this, and then you cut to like the opening credits over like the little beach scene with all the teenagers. And then for some weird reason, that crazy chick is like outside of everybody else next to a no longer burning barrel, and it's just nothing but pure smoke.
So, yeah, just looking to get it.
Yeah, I guess
like,
that's...
I'm going to pine over all these 1970s stoner douchebags and wait for one of them to notice me.
To be drunk enough to actually have the balls to approach me, and then I'm going to make him chase me while taking all my clothes off.
Chase me. I'm going to get naked, or I'm going to skinny dip. We're going swimming.
Yeah. First of all, it's going to be a nightmare to pick up all those fucking clothes. Like, I mean...
Yeah, over the course,
Yeah, over the course. Like, you're asking for trouble. Second of all, don't go swimming at night.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I know it's fun.
Or early morning.
Don't go swimming when you're inebriated. And also, like, stop and turn around to see if the drunk guy that you're thinking about hooking up and keep up with, because he was clearly, like, say she did not die, and he actually made it to the fuck. He's not going to be able to do fucking anything. Homie's too drunk to take off a fuck, like, just to stop and take off a shirt.
Yeah, he passed out taking off his pants.
Yeah, he's a fucking, I'm guessing, like, 17-year-old kid. Look, what the fuck is going to happen? Like, no.
In the 70s, yeah.
Yeah, no, come on. And also just, the 70s-ness of it all. Like, It is awesome little time capsules with movies like that. Where you're like, oh yeah, the fucking like everyone here,
like, oh, yeah, the
everyone in the '70s
Smoking
looks
in hospitals.
incredibly old. Yeah, smoking in hospitals. No, like barely any fucking sunscreen.
Teenagers that are probably 17, 18 years old still look like they're 45.
Yeah, and people who are 45 look like they're 70.
Yeah.
like we commented, like
Dude, Roy Scheider looked fucking old. Like all of them. Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, like
yeah, the
Richard
mom
Dreyfuss,
of the kid that got ate up. Like,
Yeah.
like how the
Look
fuck
like
are you having a
they're
kid that
fucking
young?
in their 70s.
But they're honestly all probably like in their 30s or 40s. Like they should,
Yeah.
like a 30 and 40-year-old now can still be a fucking superhero. But back in the 70s, like, no, you look so goddamn old.
Yeah.
Because of all the fucking smoking, all the chemicals, all the everything up in the goddamn air.
Just age the kid so poorly.
So, yeah, no, that was awesome to fucking see. Oh, yes, the dramaticism of typewriters. I missed that. Just like the shark. Shark. What's the spelling? Attack. Oh, my God.
Yeah. I missed the typewriters.
Yeah, because you can't, like, I mean, you can kind of do it on a computer, but, like, it's not going to take you that long to type shark
The
attack.
gravity doesn't hit as hard.
Yeah, because
it doesn't feel like it.
Key pressing, like, it's literally like.
I was like, you can put like you can have those keyboards like listen to the of mine, but if you have like the actual like of a typewriter,
the hammer of each key coming down.
yeah, just the gravity feels just so much
It was
heavier.
like, oh, shit just got real. They had to write
Yeah.
it down on a
Like,
typewriter.
shark attack.
Attack. Yeah. He's got an S. Oh, that's an H. Ooh. Shart? No. Sharing. No.
Sharon Crow.
Sharon
Crow fucking got him.
Oh my God. Sheryl Crow got him. She was just born. Oh my God. Maybe. Actually, I don't know how old Sheryl Crow is.
I don't know. I also said Sharon Crow.
Oh, Sharon Crow?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that bitch, man. Come on. We've had this
I don't even
conversation.
think Sharon Crow's a bit.
I don't want to talk about Sharon Crow, man. I don't.
Yeah.
I can't.
I don't know if Sharon Crow's even a person.
It's too soon to talk about Sharon Crow.
Hey, Sharon Crow, leave us a comment.
Sorry, Sharon. Like I know we needed to wait, but like, I mean, it came up organically. I'm sorry, Sharon.
Yeah. Sorry, Sharon Crow. I meant Sheryl Crow.
Oh, just the line. That's some bad hat, Harry.
That's some bad hat, Harry.
I can't remember who the production company is, but it might like it's like an end credits like production company logo at an end of some show where it's Bad Hat Harry Productions.
Yeah.
And I did know that was a line, and I completely forgot. But like
That's a iconic line. That's one of the ones I fucked up from my first film class.
yeah, that's some bad hat, Harry.
That's some bad hat, Harry. I was like,
Well, also, I'm not even sure what
I
the
didn't
fuck
know,
the guy
yeah.
said. Like the old dude just drying off. Like, there's a lot of times like there's so much like noise going on in the background.
yeah, there's just a lot of because it doesn't the noise in the background doesn't matter. Like
yeah,
it's what you're seeing.
yeah.
Yeah, especially at that point in the
Yeah,
movie.
it's everyone just
it's what you're
relaxing,
seeing.
having a
He's
good time,
he's
yeah.
even trying to like peek over him and everything.
Yeah, but I just had no idea what fucking Harry said. All I know is that was a bad hat, and he was right. That was a fucking stupid
I
ass
did
hat.
actually. I took one note, and it was it was during that scene. It's the most influential zoom pull in film and cinema history.
Yeah,
Yeah, and when it does a zoom pull in on Sheriff Brody. Those of you who don't know, it's the scene when they're all on the beach. It's just after That's Some Bad Hat Harry. They do the 8-year-old boy starts getting attacked by the shark, and it does a zoom pull in on Roy Scheider, Sheriff Brody. That zoom pull is so influential because it says so many things without having to say anything.
Oh yeah.
It zooms in on him, letting us know that he's realizing what's happening, but it's pulling away, telling us he is too far away to actually do anything about it.
Yeah.
So as he realizes what is happening, he's also realizing that he's too far away to stop it. And that's when he gets up and starts like screaming like, get out of the water, get out of the water. But yeah, it's so influential, just that camera work, being able to say something without having to actually say something, being like, this is what we know is happening. This is what we're feeling right now. just being done with camera work, and that, in my opinion, is one of the most influential zoom pulls. Another one that is really good is the Insidious one. The zoom pull, I think it's a zoom push in Insidious. They're both the vertigo effect. It's called the vertigo effect, but a zoom pull or push. The one in Insidious is also very good when Renee finally, like, she looks at the picture and realizes what's in the picture. Everything is crashing in on her, and that's when the push is happening. The background's coming in on her. Everything's coming in, and she's realizing what's going on. That's another good effect, but it's the opposite style. It's pulling in while zooming away versus pulling out while zooming in.
Yeah. No, it was. Yeah, no, it's fucking iconic, man. Kind of like, because I haven't seen this movie before, but like it's fucking everywhere. It's part of pop culture and all that. And I've seen like old movie scenes, like where like movies talking about movies, because movies love to talk about movies and hype up movies. That's why movies celebrate movies once a year, because movies love movies. So like having movie trailers before the actual movie trailers growing up, like that was always one of them. That and there's just the quick pop up and then the fucking cigarette in the mouth. You're like, because like fucking just saw the shark and then just.
Oh, and to congratulate those listeners that got it right, it is you're going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah, as he does slowly backs up without saying anything because he's so shocked and just, you're going to need a bigger boat.
So those of you who got it right in the comments, you will be given a free sticker.
Yeah, and a rose on your nose. We'll pin it.
A rose on your nose. I'll pin it on there. I'll press my asshole to a mirror and paint that in a sense that, I don't know, I'm literally talking out my ass. Go ahead.
I also got a fair amount of notes of just insulting people.
Go for it. Dude, go for it.
When the fucking kid gets like...
We got time.
When the kid, whose name is Alex Kinter, gets, all edited up, first thought was, like, you should have just stayed out of the fucking water, shithead. Listen to your goddamn mom.
Yeah.
Your 80 to 90 or 100-year-old mom.
Yeah, she told you, get out of the water. You're pruning up.
You're pruning up. So stay
Pruning
out.
up.
Yeah. But then...
But mom... All right, fine.
Mom, fine. Yeah. It's like, should have stayed out of the fucking water, shithead. But then also, just one of the few trivia things I did find is the kid who plays Alex Kinter became a cook and had like it's like off in Portland or or not Portland, regardless, where he had something called like Alex Kinter burger or something like that. And then the lady who played his mom came in and was like, oh yeah, like I played the mom for the kid in the movie, and then they actually reunited after like decades later just because she happened to watch it. Yeah, so that's not me shitting on somebody. That's all nice and wholesome.
That is very nice and
a
wholesome.
nice
like
wholesome
that.
note after I'm glad that fucking
like
kid
that a
is
lot.
dead. Listen to your fucking mom.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That is very nice and wholesome.
Isn't it? It's like, oh,
Being reunited after so many years.
and he's probably, you haven't aged a day because you've looked 80 since I was 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like how Richard Dreyfuss has always looked old to me, or like Michael Caine has always looked, even when he was young.
All three
he
of
was
them are
old.
fucking dead.
Yeah.
Richard Dreyfuss, Roy Scheider, and Robert Shaw.
Whoa.
They're all dead.
Richard Dreyfuss is dead?
Yeah, he died a while ago.
Huh. Well, fuck.
Yeah. I'll look up you get your next notes and I'll look up their deaths.
Next note. Who is this overly tanned, loudmouth bitch? Because she's on the beach talking about, it's like, well, you weren't born an islander. Like, it seemed to be kind of setting up some more struggles with the chief's character, because she's talking about how if you weren't born on the island, you're not an islander, you don't really belong, you're not like a true person here. And you can kind of see them like look over at her. She's like in the background, kind of just loudly
during
talking.
the first town meeting.
Oh yeah, well, it's before.
Yeah.
This is before the beach attack, and then during the next town meeting, he's like, "Well, I think we have some opinions," and everyone agrees with that. And just
I was trying to think about who the hell you were talking about. I was
loud-
like, who the fuck are you talking about? This
overly tanned, loudmouth bitch
during the town meeting.
town meeting
Okay.
is like, and we have opinions, and I know we speak for a majority of people. It's like, bitch, no, you fucking don't. I grew up with people like
who
you.
the fuck are you?
Yeah, it's like, who
By
the fuck
way.
are you? What do you
Okay,
own?
so yeah.
I grew up with people like that, and I fucking can't stand
So
them.
yeah, Roy Scheider died in 2008.
Damn.
Robert Shaw died in 1978. He died. Holy shit!
He died 3 years after this movie?
Yeah. Damn, he was 51.
Fuck.
Wow. And then Richard Dreyfuss died in. He has a. What?
Is he alive?
My phone died.
What? Ooh, cliffhanger.
My phone died.
Cliffhanger.
I swear to God, Richard Dreyfuss is
For
dead.
some reason, I feel like I would know if he was dead only because of the amount of times I've seen Mr. Holland's Opus.
I swear Richard Dreyfuss is dead. Is he not? I thought he was dead.
Richard No, he's still alive. He was born in 47, but he's
Yeah.
still alive.
Wow. Okay.
In fact, looks like he's still doing movies and shit.
Let's go, Richard Dreyfuss. I
Way
guess.
to go, bud. That's all that-
Wow. I thought he passed away.
man.
Interesting.
That's something I felt weirdly sure about, that he wasn't dead.
I'm on the opposite. I could have sworn he passed away. Weird.
It's a weird. Nah, he's dead. Nah, he's alive. Nah, he's dead. I mean, they're weird things for us to be secure.
But then
on.
again, I could have sworn Shatner should be dead by now, but we looked him up. He's 93 years old.
And he has a television show right now.
Yeah. So
he's hosting like a show on like the History Channel.
yeah, we saw it. We saw it at the bar the other day.
Yeah, fucking just fucking going. I mean,
Weird.
next note is fucking chalkboards, and I hate that this inspired that little fun little trope. Oh my god, nail on the chalkboard, scratching shit
Yeah.
down. Hate that.
Oh yeah, this movie popularized that shit.
Yeah, no, and I hate that fucking
For
sound.
sure.
I'm glad that chalkboards aren't a thing anymore because it's just ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, you can do it with a whiteboard. It's just a lot harder.
Yeah, I mean you actually have to try, and you better have something important to say if you're gonna do that on a whiteboard.
Yeah. Because the scratch is going to be there forever.
Forever. Whereas that just ugh. I mean, great way to get people's attention when nobody's going to shut the fuck up because our income and our money and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
We're not going to focus on the fact that, 2 kids are dead and one got et in front of a whole bunch of fucking
Et.
kids.
He got et.
He got et. He got et and a bunch of fucking...
He got fucking et.
He got fucking et in front of a bunch of fucking kids, bro. He got fucking et.
He got fucking et.
Got all et up. Then just being pissed off at more of these goddamn boaters and fishermen and shit. Like
Yep.
with the first one is like, oh, that's my wife's holiday dinner. It's like, first of all, why does she have her holiday meat in the 4th of July? This is the middle of summer.
What holiday are? Well, they're probably trying to celebrate for.
You should not be cooking meat that big for the holiday, for the 4th of July.
Well, it could be.
No. Burgers, hot dogs, simple handheld shit like that so you can walk around the beach and stuff.
Maybe she was gonna roast it and then grind it up into burgers.
I am calling bullshit.
You do not know.
Oh,
what
no,
they were
I
planning on
know
doing.
this lady.
You don't know what they were planning on
And
doing.
based
with that
on
meat.
just how the meat itself
maybe they would have
looked,
kept it raw and fucked it.
No, I mean, if that's the case, then great. I want to know what your holiday is. And
Yeah.
how do I get a part of that holiday?
Maybe they would have kept it raw and fucked it. It was her holiday beef.
No. The holiday beef, she was going to make that for him, and then she was going to get some holiday beef.
Yeah, exactly.
But unfortunately, none of those fuckers died. What was their plan? They took a chunk of meat and tossed it out, and then wrapped it to the dock.
Yeah.
Then what were they going to do?
Pull it in by hand, probably.
No, you're fucking not. These guys live on an island. They're
Because they're dumb.
ocean folk. I don't want them to die for being so
don't-
stupid.
They don't know.
I'm in a landlocked state, and even I know you're not going to
Dude,
fucking by hand with
The
the
popularity.
chain.
Think about the popularity of great white sharks before Jaws was even a thing.
Yeah, but
And the popularity of them after.
But Old
like,
Man
they
in the-
don't know how big this fucking shark is.
Old Man in the Sea came out before this, all right? And that's just...
You're assuming these people read.
I would...
You are assuming people from Jersey read. And yes, those of you in Jersey can go fuck yourself. You do not read.
True.
You are idiots.
It's just GTL.
You are
There's no
fucking-
R for
You
read.
are fucking idiots. Next.
It pissed me off. And then, all the fucking boaters and their stupid little pontoons with dynamite. Sheriff's like, you're not going out that. Why am I not going out that? Could you have fucking dynamite? It's fucking explosive.
Yeah.
God damn it. These people are dumb. More people need
And
to
you
die.
think they fucking read.
These people are dumb, and more of them... Also, a lot of them came from out of state, too. Fucking, like, one's from Connecticut. What the fuck are you bringing to the table?
Think about the old man in the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Read a fucking book. Save your life and read a goddamn book. You know what? This episode is brought to you by libraries. Get a fucking card and read a book.
This episode is brought to you by libraries.
Fucking
Please
asshole.
get a
Which
library card and
Chief
go
went
read a
to the fucking
book.
library and got a book on sharks. Now he's a lot more knowledgeable and even more
Go,
terrified.
if you're listening to this podcast, go read a book.
Read a fucking book.
Read a fucking book.
Subtitles don't count.
We may be dumb, but we're not ignorant.
Come on, I'm
Go
not
read
ignorant.
it. Go read a fucking book.
I ain't ignorant. Read a book so you don't get ate by a shark.
That's your intro bit for sure.
Jackasses.
I ain't ignorant.
I ain't ignorant.
Go.
Read a book so you don't get ate by a shark.
Go read a. All right. Next.
Ah, fucking Christ. Oh, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Sorry, I've been farting like a motherfucker.
That's all that fucking pizza, dude. It's fucking got me.
I also had two of those Uncrustables for breakfast.
Oof. Yeah, no, that's
So it's just peanut butter and
pizza and
it's just all
Club Tails.
carbs.
It's just all carbs and
in
alcohol.
here.
It's just-
Oh, and pretzel. Because I went to Levels Crossing for lunch.
Oh, nice. You
Yeah.
just got the pretzel there? What did you drink there? Did you drink anything there?
Oh, I had the
Suss it out.
I had the Dino.
Oh, the
the jazz,
like the jazz T-Rex
yeah,
thing.
Yeah, the Jazz Rex, whatever the hell
Yeah,
it is.
That's an
Shout
honor.
out to Levels Crossing, awesome.
Oh yeah, dude. Suss it out. One of my
Not
all-time
not
favorite beers.
sponsored, but shout out.
No, just I want to support other local businesses.
Yeah, support
Absolutely.
other breweries.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. Their pretzel and their beer cheese. I'm sorry, their beer cheese is.
I've always hated our beer cheese.
We got to figure our shit out.
What the fuck? I don't give a shit about. That's
All
a
right,
problem
moving
for
on.
future Cole.
Moving on. Moving on to next notes.
Yeah, so the next notes is capitalizing again on when it's just I really like how they kind of made to give a shit about about Chiefy, because the time when he's like with the kid is like mimicking and all that.
Yeah.
First of all, don't look at that kid's mouth. It's a fucking nightmare. He's like missing like 4 teeth up front.
Yeah, he's 5 years old.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Children are disgusting, and the wrong kid died.
Yeah, it's like when he does
His
the shark.
mouth- yeah,
the
his-
shark.
Yeah, his mouth looks like a fucking shark.
It's all just fucking gum. He's a fucking 5-year-old dude.
Disgusting. Kids are gross.
Yeah.
Read a book and stop having kids.
But it's so fucking cute and like iconic with
You know what it
with
is?
the
'Cause
fucking movie.
it got me. It got me.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's so iconic
Did
with the
you
movie.
see a father worrying about the safety of his family, his 2 young sons, and you have this very
and
impressionable
his son, yeah, the very impressionable son that
who's
he
also
wants
aware
to
that his
come-
dad
yeah.
is going through something, wants to connect with his dad because he's young and all that, and he's
He's
connecting.
there. He's
and it's-
he just wants to be like his dad.
Exactly.
He's
He's like,
seeing-
oh, fuck. And then you see the mom watching it because she's worried about her husband who has all this weight on his shoulders, but
Mm-hmm.
also noticing this ridiculously wholesome and cute moment. Yeah, it's in the other room. Sorry.
All right, well, let's finish this bit first.
Yeah, but just it's incredibly wholesome and awesome, and then it transitions into Richard Dreyfuss coming in, and I guess they're buddies now after however long it's been since he landed on the island, but brings over some
They
wine.
kind of had like a good meeting
good, yeah,
and
a good,
interaction.
good
They're
rapport.
on good terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
and
a good
on the
rapport.
same level of like
They're
fucking
on-
sharks are going to be killing people.
Yeah,
Guys, knock it off.
they're on the same rapport, and even after like he came up and like in that whole interaction of him meeting him for the first time, like they caught the tiger shark, and Brody's like, oh, you caught the shark, and then after he's kind of like letting it go down, like Hooper, Richard Dreyfuss is telling Brody, Roy Scheider's character, he's like, that's not the shark. Like, you got to listen to me. If like, you guys called me in, and you got to know that I know that's not the shark.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Brody listened to him like, okay.
Yeah, and also because it's not going to be that
let's,
easy.
Yeah, let's cut open the shark just to be sure. But they can't cut open the shark.
The one good point the mayor has the entire fucking
only,
time.
not the one, the only good point the mayor has in the
It's
entire
like,
movie.
I'm not going to sit up on this shark just on the off chance that a kid's body parts come flying out in front of everybody
Exactly.
right as the mom shows.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, you
it's like
gotta-
okay, where the fuck is all this fucking thought
Yeah,
during
yeah.
but also
you
movies got to
gotta
happen.
you gotta let everybody be happy about catching. It
Yeah.
is. It's like, yeah, it's a tiger shark. It's a man eater.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big fucking shark too for the area. But like, let everybody celebrate their things, and then after they're done, be like, okay, we're gonna go take this off and make sure it's the actual shark. But yeah, like. But to jump to, we're going to cut it open here in front of everybody while there's... No.
Well, no, obviously we're not going to half-ass.
Obviously, we're not
Come
going to
on.
fucking do that.
We're gonna half-ass it later when fucking Hooper shows up with just some gloves on, nothing else to protect him from all the not even a
All
fucking
the-
mask for the
all the
smell.
bile, all the blood,
ugh.
all the everything that spills out.
Just fish alone is a pungent smell. Now add just like
Let alone their
digestion and
insides,
their
yeah.
insides and everything. Like, ugh. There's a reason it's better to like gut fish outside
Yeah.
where you have air instead of like inside of a kitchen where it's all
But
concentrated.
backing up just a little bit, but
Yeah.
being like after Hooper tells him, he's like, I'm not sure this is the shark. I want to cut it open and make sure. Like Brody's hearing it, and then immediately after that, he gets smacked by the mother of the dead 8-year-old. Dylan was like, you knew, like, and that whole shit. And then his whole thing with his son. So I feel like that gave him a little bit more of a bond with Hooper. Like,
And then
what we need to do, what you're suggesting is right. We need to make sure that this is the shark.
and then to really sweeten it up, homie shows up with 2 bottles of wine.
Right, white and red. It's like I didn't know what you were
making,
serving.
so I brought both the white and
So
red.
this is like to compliment, like homie knew.
Oh
Homie was
yeah,
like,
I mean,
I want to compliment. It's like, I didn't know what you were making, so I brought both.
I wasn't sure if you'd be having fish
Yeah.
for the white wine.
So he knew. He knew. He's
But also that was another kind of
Great-
fun, wholesome
great-
moment where
great guest.
great guest,
Fantastic
and they really
guest.
great guest who immediately grabs a fucking plate that's right in front of fucking Brody.
Yeah, he's like, is anybody eating this?
He's like, no. He's like, cool, great.
I'm not fucking starving. Well, imagine how hungry he comes
been
from
on
the
a fucking-
institute.
yeah.
He's just
Been on a boat
He's
for
out
so
here.
fucking
Yeah.
goddamn long. Hasn't had like probably like a home cooked meal like that in a minute.
yeah,
But-
exactly.
But also it really establishes a rapport. It kind of makes you care about these characters even more, like with
Dude, they're-
just how
they're-
they get along.
All
It's-
of their interactions, every character
Yeah.
interaction makes you care about every single character in this
Oh
movie.
yeah, even
Like
fucking-
everybody.
Yeah,
Even the mayor.
Even-
I care about him. I care that I fucking hate his guts. That's
care
how much I care
that
about him.
He's clearly got just one guy working for him to supply those horrible blazers. Really,
yeah.
anchors all over.
I
Come
care.
on, man.
I care enough to hate him.
Yeah,
His character's developed enough to
which
where
means
I
that
hate
you're
him.
doing a good enough job that I
Yeah.
hate your fucking character. Way to go, sir.
Exactly.
I hate you.
And Quint, the lovable, off-putting sea captain.
But just
like,
also knowing that he was such a drunk, like while they were filming, and then the actual tension between him and Dreyfuss was real.
But like just the absolute blending of Robert Shaw and the character of Quint, whereas like he's a drunk because of all the shit he's had to deal with versus he's a drunk because of all the shit he's had to deal with. Like, is so iconic for his character.
Oh yeah, no, it really makes it. You just fall seamlessly into it. It's fantastic, and even like, yeah, the tension between him and Dreyfuss not getting along, on set, but also just like them also just doing a great job of conveying like the characters. The characters themselves don't like each other, even if the men behind the characters don't.
Well,
But
that's the
then
thing.
coming together when they're all drunk and comparing scars.
That's it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They didn't like each other on set until they did that scene when their characters actually got together and started bonding.
Mm-hmm.
So the real life characters or the real life people and the characters started bonding, and that's when they started liking each other.
Yeah.
That's another great point of this movie.
Oh yeah, no, it's,
I don't have to fucking like you didn't talk to me about that. I was like, that's just shit I know off the top of my head about
Mm-hmm.
this movie. Like, yeah, Robert Shaw and Richard Dreyfuss hated each other. Like they were button heads until they did that scene, and then they're like, oh, cool, we're bonded now.
Oh yeah, like I think I even remember reading like even in interviews, Richard Dreyfuss was like, no, we didn't hate each other. Like there was just like the one incident.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, and even then, like in the movie, they don't hate each other. They're just on polar opposite sides
Yeah.
of oceanography.
Yeah, one's a struggling sea captain, former World War II vet, making his meager living.
Yeah, and then
another
the
big
other
problem.
the other one's a oceanographer
Who comes from a wealthy family.
college kid.
Yeah, comes from a wealthy
Right?
family because his family helped pay for his fancy ass boat.
Exactly. So,
So,
they just came from opposite sides.
Oh yeah, he even says like, don't give me the what is it, like the hero of the people shit or worker of the people shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then fucking later on when they first meet, it was like Quint like throws a line at him. He's like, tie me a sheep shag. It's like, okay. I was like, it's been a while since I've practiced my shit, and then he just fucking throws it at him.
Like, you didn't tell me how long to do it, and then just fucking
Yeah,
there.
you didn't tell me how long to do it, and then he fucking throws it at him. It's like it's so good. It's so good for their characters.
and also,
then
yeah.
after that scene when they're drunk and just bonding over their scars is so pivotal for their two characters, and like just their bonding. Like we come from opposite sides, but we're the same.
Yeah.
like we're both seamen.
Splooge. Shit. Yeah, the whole checking the hull of a broken ship at night in the supposed territory of a rogue shark is needlessly dangerous. You deserve that jump scare, you ass.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, it's a fucking Should we wait till later? Yeah, you should wait till fucking later. Drag the fucking boat in. Like you're going to the territory of someone that's killed 3 people already. You're like, no, I'm just going to jump in at night when they feed because they're nocturnal. Going to go down there, just go underwater with my little fucking, can hold my breath, not even have a fucking.
Okay, so I disagree with. I'm on the same point with that. It's like jumping in the shark cage and everything. But the whole point with Quint's like, let's bring him into shore. Like.
Oh no, I'm talking about when they first investigate the first boat where the head pops out.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
you're way behind. Okay.
I'm way behind. Like we're getting there. This is where my notes start dipping off, and I just watch the fucking movie.
Let's jump in. Free dive.
Yeah, free dive at night.
At night,
next to a clearly wrecked ship in an area where we're guessing the shark hunts.
Yeah. Okay, yeah,
dumb.
that was very dumb.
That was dumb, college boy.
That was very dumb. And he paid the price for it.
Yep.
Got jump scared out of his ass.
I flinched. It's like, God damn it.
It would have gotten me if I was actually like in it.
Yeah.
For a minute, but it's kind of like when I'm watching shit with family, it's kind of like blah blah blah. I've seen this 100 times. Jump scare, and then I'm back to talking.
Oh yeah, that's why I just sat in the corner by myself, quiet, just like watching.
Yeah, I was trying to do my best. I told my mom before we watched this. I told my mom, I was like, "Okay, so now that you know that Cole's never seen this, shut the fuck up."
And then all 3 of you kept fucking talking.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard to get like my family in a room. Well, with a movie like this, it's like this Terminator 2.
Yeah, you guys have all seen it
Aliens.
so many times. Yeah, no.
It's sort of like we're talking. Here's a jump scare. Bah! And then we go back to talking.
I'm pretty sure I kind of do the same thing with my family. Like I'm usually the one like quoting the goddamn movie and shit like that, and just talking about it, pointing that out.
Yeah,
like, all the time.
And then the amount of times I was just sitting there, just being like, "Black eyes like a doll's eyes," or like anything that was happening. Farewell and adieu to a fair Spanish lady, singing all the sea shanties. Yeah, I was in it so hard.
Yeah. And then my last note, which is still early in the fucking movie, pretty much right when the movie starts to take off, is when the mayor is like get in the water. First of all, in a different performance, that could be like terrifying. Like, yeah, no, I need you to get in the water. Get in the water. But also,
what part was that?
It's when they first start, where everyone starts going out, and then like you have the fake shark attack from those shithead kids that also deserve to die.
Okay, so yeah.
The mayor's like, get in the water.
Before Brody's son goes into shock.
Yeah,
that's that time.
It's that part. Yeah, whereas like, get in the water.
He's like,
get
go
in the water.
Go get in the water.
No one's in the water.
Go show that everyone
it's okay.
Yeah.
No, you don't need to go in the water to enjoy the beach.
Yeah.
No. You also do need to go that far out in the water to enjoy the beach.
Stay on the shore.
Yeah. Especially if you know.
Great White's not going to get you if you're shin high.
Yeah. Idiots. And you can still splash around and have fun. Fuck you, mayor.
You don't have to go like all the way until. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And then just to have it show up in the fucking pond. Like, first of all, like when they have the fake shark with the kids, nobody yells shark. Like, one dude literally tips over kids on a goddamn fucking floaty, swims over them, tips them over. It's like, nobody's yelling shark. But then you see the one shark in the pond, and then you got the one girl who actually gives a shit about anybody else in this whole fucking island, starts yelling shark.
Oh, okay. So, my whole thing about that is
yes,
the girl that actually like with the headband and everything that actually sees the shark in the pond.
Yeah,
hot as fuck.
Yes,
1975 woman, come find me. You're hot as shit.
Oh yeah, very incredibly attractive woman.
Incredibly attractive.
And what's really attractive about her? She gives a shit about other people's safety, so she calls out shark.
Exactly.
Whereas all those other assholes...
Come find me. Come find me, 1975
flip
woman.
over kids and push kids behind them. Like the elderly and the small children and women are all being pushed back so all these other people can like, get the fuck... No, I'm not fucking getting hit by a shark.
I don't know off the top of my head what you're credited as 1975's woman in Jaws that calls out the shark in the pond, but if you hear this podcast, you are...
getting a free sticker.
Very attractive and are getting a free sticker. Anyway.
That's where my notes ended, and I just started watching the movie.
Fuck. Okay, so you want me to go off after this?
I mean, I can also go off, but yeah, you're definitely welcome to go off.
Okay.
I'm going to step out real quick, grab something, and by that I mean my penis, to take a look.
Okay. Yeah, let's take a pause. We're already 37.
And I'm also schwitzing. Is that window open?
No.
Okay.
Ow! Why the fuck does that keep happening? 86 soup!
Makes me laugh.
Um,
Oh, man. Okay, so yeah, the second attack. So then that's when we really start picking up. Like, we got Tease Quint. Now that, his son's nearly died, he's got to pull the fucking mayor aside, who's also in a state of shock and still trying to be a bitch about everything.
right.
I mean, tourism places, their economy is very fragile. So I can understand why you would be upset. But also, it's a fucking shock. It's etting people. People getting et.
People getting that.
They're getting et.
They're getting that.
People don't want to show up when they know people get at your fucking... No. Fucking take care of it.
Yeah, they're getting that on the Jersey Shore.
You're getting that on the Jersey Shore. It's bad publicity. You think you're going to take a dip now, you're going to take a lot bigger fucking dip when you guys are known as that place where people get
Nobody
et.
wants to get at.
You don't want to get et, man. I don't want to go to a place and have to worry about getting fucking et.
Yeah, I don't want to get at.
So I'm not going that far out on the goddamn motion while I'm like by my lonesome not on a fucking boat. I don't want to get et.
I don't want to get at.
No. Fuck that noise.
No.
Fuck that mayor.
Also, yeah, fuck the mayor. He sucks. Putting his whole
The shark's not even the greatest
his
villain.
whole like let's keep the beaches open for as long as possible shit is dumb as fuck. He's a fucking idiot. He's one of the worst characters in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's the human antagonist
Yeah.
to our shark antagonist. But we eventually do get our human protagonists going out to
Yes,
kill
all together
the shark.
on this
We
little
got
rusty tugboat.
Yeah, the little rusty tugboat known as the Orca, piloted by captained by Quint, piloted by Mr. Hooper, and accompanied by
Boatswain Chiefy.
Chief.
Kept calling him Chiefy.
Yeah, Chief.
Chiefy.
Chief Brody.
Chiefy.
Yeah, Chief.
And then he always called him Mr. Hooper.
Yeah, Mr. Hooper, Chief, and Quint. So they go out and they hunt down the shark, and their strategy for hunting down the shark is actually like really, really fun. So at first, like Quint's got his reel out, made of piano wire, which the shark bites through. Not surprising for a great white.
Yeah. Still though. Damn.
Still, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, bites through the piano wire very easy, and it proves Mr. Hooper. Usually, you ever see a stingray or a blah 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 bite through this
Stingray or Marlin.
a stingray or marlin
Because
bite
old
through
man in the seat.
pure piano wire. Yeah, and so proves that they caught him, but he could hang with his teeth right through the line. Which I can attest that's very, very factually accurate. As a person that has fished for sharks, sharks can bite through like just basic ass little tiny Gulf sharks can bite through that shit. So
Oh yeah, they're the amount of pressure they can generate with their bites, regardless of their size, is fucking stupid.
yeah, they can just and it's gone. It's done.
I've
So
never
yeah.
fished for sharks, but I have ate shark, and shark is good.
So when they finally catch or when they finally see Bruce, we'll call him Bruce, because calling him Jaws is dumb. When they finally see Bruce, we get the classic "You're gonna need a bigger boat,"
You're gonna need a bigger boat. You're gonna need a bigger boat.
and then once they start attaching, like they start harpooning barrels to him. That strategy is so, in my mind, it's so cool, so like factually accurate. I was like, yeah, he can't dive, he can't go down, he can't stay down.
Yeah.
I was like, he's got barrels on him. He's gonna get tired eventually.
Yeah.
From holding those barrels
Yeah,
down.
all that extra weight that's trying to drag him back up, which also just even adds to the suspense of everything, because like the barrels are gone. The barrels are gone. Oh fuck, the barrels are back.
The barrels pop up and they're like, oh shit, the shark's back.
Just the most ominous thing is just barrels bobbing in the water.
Yeah. And this lays into the whole what you don't see is scarier.
I completely agree, man. I've talked before on the podcast. I'd rather not know what the fuck is so terrifying. Like that's what ruined Insidious for me, was seeing
The mystery.
Yeah, was seeing long-nosed Darth Maul. The mystery.
The mystery of what is happening.
Oh, yeah, well, that's-
the mystery, the horror behind it.
That's why the
is so
ocean
much fun.
itself terrifies me, man. There's
That's why it's so metal. The ocean and space
fucking
are two of
metal.
the most metal things in the world.
Metal as fuck, dude. They're fucking terrifying, man.
It's just the
That's
mystery.
just what's on the surface is a fucking Jaws. Below that, we get into crazy ass fucking goddamn shit.
The mystery of the unknown.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
And there's so much that is unknown about this planet.
Yeah, and even that, Jaws. Yeah, Bruce doesn't have a lot of fucking screen time, and the screen time he does, it's used very, very well. Even if you are a little bit aware during certain shots, like okay, animatronic, but it still fucking works because you're into the fucking scene. You're like ah.
So the scene we did earlier, I'll jump ahead a little
Oh,
bit.
my reading was way off. They didn't mention
Yeah.
anything about dicks at all. I don't know where I got from that in the subtext.
But yeah, the whole scene about them in the underbelly of the ship, just doing their back and forth about their scars, and the whole history of the USS Indianapolis and everything, which is a true story. If you want to go look that up, that's a terrifying and crazy fun story
real
that
life
you
event that actually
can read up about the USS Indianapolis.
You can check out a book at your local library.
Again, check out a book at your local library. There was also a very fun documentary reimagining Shark Week special about it that I watched with my family. Probably about when I was like 13 or so. So I actually took it in. That's a fun one if you want to look that up. But yeah, check out the USS Indianapolis. It plays a very, very big part in this movie. Quint was one of the survivors of it. And then immediately after that, they go into trying to bring Bruce into shore because they get 3 barrels on him, and he can't stay down with 3 barrels on him for too long. So the shark starts bringing in shore, or the shark wants to get him, and they start at that point, and they start working their way into shore, but by that time, the boat can't take it. It's taking too much damage.
Yeah.
Over the course of their journey, so the engine explodes, and they're chilling in the water.
Yeah, no nightmare.
And
fuel, dude.
Quint has destroyed the radio, but they're close enough to shore to where, they can at least get back.
Yeah, especially if somebody sees this giant plume of bloody water shooting up.
Plume of bloody water, smoke, everything coming up from the orca. Yeah, somebody's gonna notice. Whether it be the Coast Guard or the local police
most likely the mayor because he's obsessed with the fucking beach.
No, he's not gonna give a shit. So yeah, big point, big spoiler.
Huge.
That changes. Huge spoiler. Hooper actually dies in the book.
Oh.
In the shark cage attack. He doesn't make it out. The shark gets him.
I mean, oh god, then just to have just fucking Brody be the lone survivor, the guy who hates water.
Exactly.
Ooh.
So that's how the book ends. It was like, Hooper dies in the shark cage. Quint gets eaten on the boat, and then Brody's the sole survivor. The one guy who hates water, chief of police, swims back to shore.
Fuck.
And that's one of the biggest spoiler that I wanted to talk about with you. It's so different having them doing their back and forth, kicking their legs into the sunset, and with the happy ending. No, it's so different than the book. Yeah, with Hooper dying in the shark cage attack.
See, I think I kind of would have preferred that. Because that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, oh man, he's got to die, right? And also, how come this guy can't hold on to anything? Drops the fucking great white tooth, which could have done something beforehand. Drops the fucking, wasn't a tranquilizer. What was the stuff he was going to inject?
Was shark poison.
Shark repellent. Did you talk to Adam West?
Yeah, something like that.
And that is a comic book connection.
Shark poison, shark killer, something that he had in his spear gun that he also dropped.
Yeah, he can't hold on to shit. So for the one thing he does, actually, no, he also dropped the rope, but fucking Quint did and got like a nice little cut in his hand, and then he Why did he take out the fucking radio? Just,
Radio?
or the fucking little, what is it with the little button where we call for help?
Oh, why did Quint smash the radio?
Yeah.
He wanted to take out the shark. He didn't want any help. He refused. It's that
Ahadian logic. If I'm gonna take this out
at that point.
Now it's personal.
Yeah.
He's fucked with my boat, and he's taken 2 of my barrels.
He's taken 2 of my barrels. He smashed up my boat. He blew up my engine. Yeah.
Watered down all of my apricot brandy, which is what he asked for. He asked for 1 case of apricot brandy.
And then
Vile.
Brody said, "Take 2 and take me with you."
Yeah, vile apricot brandy. Jesus.
Yeah. So there's fun foreshadowing there's a lot of fun foreshadowing in the movie when Brody checks out the shark book and it shows the shark with the oxygen tank in its mouth, and then like the shark teeth, like the actual great white jaw over the orca as it sails out, and all that fun stuff. Let's see what else.
It's just interesting that this is so early in Spielberg's career, and it's definitely like one of his better ones. Like he's done a lot of cool shit. He's also done a lot of, I'll say it, kind of mid, predictable, fine. Looks like okay, that was
before this.
okay.
He did like Duel. Duel's a fun movie if you haven't seen that. Duel. It's about a semi truck that's hunting down this guy and is like trying to crash into him. It's a fun Mad Maxian.
Duel. Okay,
Mad Maxian style movie, like first Mad Max style movie. Let's see. What else with Jaws? So yeah. Oh, another fun last thing on my mind is another fun bit when Brody's in the cab of the ship of the Orca, and Bruce comes crashing through the windows. You can see bits of Quint in his teeth, like just hanging, like flapping around in between his teeth. That's a fun little bit.
Yeah, no, I definitely kept an eye out for that. I'm like, if they're gonna keep all the, oh yeah, no, that's just loose bits of Quint right there, and also just with how it's filmed and staged and everything, with him being chomped down and thrown around, is really, really well done, as opposed to the girl in the first, Chrissy, who was kind of just like, I don't know. The fact is,
well, she was still being drug around, but then just being gulped into the water. It's fun, and it's like a mystery, like, oh shit, what are we about to get into? But yeah, like after that, like even when Quint's being eaten, like when he's halfway in the boat and being thrashed side to side, I never noticed. Like it took me a long time to notice that he was stabbing him with the bit of the ship in the side of the face, and the like blood spewing out from that. Like that's a fun bit. Like he's trying to get away but just can't. Yeah. And then when it finally crunches, when Bruce finally crunches him, blood spurts out of his mouth, and then just kind of takes him underneath.
Yeah. Same way as Buddy went.
Yeah.
Chomped down from the half.
Yeah, chomped down from the half.
Yeah, I did like that. Yeah, I did notice that he was like stabbing Bruce, which was dope. I like how fucking Hooper also was like, oh fuck, they're just trying to get
stabbing him in the stabbing it in the face.
Yeah, like and then hell, even then you got more stabbing by fucking Brody. Like, the fucker's face is just chock full of fucking holes.
Yeah. It really gives way to like how vindictive and how evil like the shark is, that it's like, I don't care how much you've stabbed me in the face, I'm coming back and I'm gonna get you.
Could it not be a commentary on the futile gestures of man to combat nature itself?
Actually, though.
Wait, no, this is a good movie. Sorry, ignore that point.
Ignore the actual think pieces. This is a good movie.
This is a good movie. We don't talk about actual think pieces.